The moment the Bridgerton cast sits down for a Vanity Fair interview, chaos and laughter erupt. You can almost hear the cameras struggling to keep up with the non-stop jokes, playful teasing, and unexpected reactions. There's something about seeing these polished, poised actors out of character that feels instantly relatable and hilarious. From flub lines to teasing each other about romantic scenes, the cast shows a side of themselves that fans rarely get to see on screen. It's a mix of charm, awkwardness, and pure joy that makes these interviews impossible to look away from. Even the most serious actors can't resist cracking a smile or bursting into laughter when the questions take a silly turn. Phoebe Dynevor, known to many as Daphne, immediately sets the tone with her infectious laughter. When asked about the most difficult scene to film, she can barely get through her answer without giggling at some behind-the-scenes mishap. Viewers get a glimpse of her playful side as she mimics scenes, adds exaggerated reactions, and laughs at herself in ways that show she doesn't take anything too seriously. The way she interacts with Jonathan Bailey is another highlight. Subtle eye rolls, playful smirks, and tiny nudges that hint at the strong friendship the audience doesn't often see on screen. The captions pop up across the screen, highlighting her funniest lines and make it easy to follow even without sound. Fans can't help but laugh along as Phoebe and Jonathan go back and forth, competing over who remembers lines best or who can keep a straight face while delivering dramatic moments. Meanwhile, Luke Thompson, who plays Benedict, adds a completely different kind of humor. His dry, deadpan delivery contrasts beautifully with the more excitable energy of other cast members, and the interviews often capture him in small, perfectly timed moments of sarcasm. One particular clip shows him raising an eyebrow, delivering a subtle joke that leaves the others in stitches while he remains perfectly composed. It's the kind of humor that sneaks up on the audience unexpected, clever, and impossible not to replay. The camera pans across the cast laughing, holding their sides, some trying to stifle giggles behind cupped hands, creating an almost tangible sense of camaraderie. Even in a faceless video, you can feel the energy. These are people who genuinely enjoy each other's company, and their humor is contagious. Then there's the prankster energy in the room. Sabrina Bartlett, who plays Sina, is constantly teasing and being teased, and the editing of the Vanity Fair videos emphasizes these playful interactions. Text overlays highlight quotes like, "You think you can beat me at remembering lines? Think again," as the cast erupts into laughter. Subtle zooms on reactions, wide eyes, raised eyebrows, fake dramatic sighs make every joke land perfectly for the audience. Even fans watching for the first time can sense the bond that makes Bridgerton more than just a period drama. Between playful arguments over silly behind-the-scenes stories, awkward wardrobe malfunctions, and offhand comments that spiral into laughter, the funny moments are relentless. These interviews show that, while Bridgerton is filled with elegance, romance, and high-stakes drama on screen, behind the cameras, it's a playground of humor, friendship, and endless laughter. Asterisk amid all the laughter and playful chaos, there's a quieter, more intimate side to the Bridgerton cast that Vanity Fair captures beautifully. Behind the bright smiles and sparkling gowns, these actors carry real stories of growth, connection, and heartfelt memories from their time on set. You start to notice the subtle ways they talk about their characters, not just the drama or the romance, but the lessons they've learned about themselves along the way. Phoebe Dynevor, in one interview, pauses thoughtfully while discussing Daphne's journey, her eyes softening as she shares how portraying such a determined, kind-hearted character has inspired her in real life. It's the kind of moment that makes fans realize these actors aren't just performing, they're living pieces of Bridgerton, carrying its charm into their own lives. Jonathan Bailey opens up too, speaking about the friendships that have formed during filming. Between the costumes and the cameras, he describes long days that often turn into laughter-filled nights, rehearsals that turn into confessions, and quiet conversations that feel like therapy sessions. The beauty of these interviews is that you don't need to see the speakers' faces to feel the warmth. The cadence of their voice, the small pauses, and the occasional laugh make it palpable. Text overlays highlight key phrases like these: "People became family," or "I learned more about myself than I expected," emphasizing the depth behind the glamour. Even Luke Thompson, usually known for his dry humor, allows a rare glimpse of vulnerability as he recalls a scene that challenged him emotionally, sharing a personal takeaway that surprises fans who mostly see his witty side on screen. Sabrina Bartlett's reflections add another layer of sincerity. She talks about the thrill and the pressure of joining such a beloved series, yet she emphasizes how the cast made her feel welcome, supported, and safe to explore her character fully. Each anecdote, though subtle, is filled with genuine emotion moments of quiet pride, small triumphs, and the reassurance of belonging. The faceless video style lets viewers focus entirely on these words. Paired with B-roll of iconic show moments, Daphne walking through grand halls, Benedict in pensive moments, or group shots of the cast laughing on set. The visuals amplify the narration, giving a cinematic, almost nostalgic feel, like stepping into a Bridgerton scrapbook. Even the smallest gestures become poignant in this segment, the way actors glance at each other while talking about trust, the way laughter fades into thoughtful smiles, the way a simple comment about teamwork resonates beyond the screen. These moments remind fans that Bridgerton isn't just a period drama full of romance and intrigue. It's a story about people, connection, and growth, both on-screen and off. In this section, Vanity Fair captures the cast's human side, vulnerable, authentic, and deeply moving, offering a perspective that is often overshadowed by the glamour, drama, and humor of the series. For viewers, it's a moment to breathe, reflect, and feel closer to the people behind the characters they love so dearly. Just when you think you've seen it all from the Bridgerton cast, Vanity Fair peels back another layer, revealing moments that surprise, shock, and sometimes even leave you laughing in disbelief behind the refined gowns and polished performances. These actors share secrets that make the series feel even more alive and the set almost mythical. From nearly forgotten lines to unplanned on-set mishaps, these revelations show the humanity and occasional chaos behind every elegant scene. Phoebe Dynevor recalls one take where she completely blanked on her lines, forcing the crew to improvise on the spot, and her story is punctuated by bursts of laughter from her co-stars. In a faceless video, the energy of these moments comes alive through quick-cut B-roll of the actors gesturing, covering their faces in embarrassment, and the overlay of text that emphasizes their exact words. I literally had no idea what came next. Jonathan Bailey shares a more unexpected insight. The meticulous preparation for his role sometimes collided with pure improvisation from other actors, creating moments of genuine surprise. He talks about a scene where Benedict had to react to an unplanned line from another character, and the expression captured on camera, the perfect mix of shock and humor, ended up making it into the final cut. Fans get to see how much spontaneity influences the show, and how some of the most memorable moments weren't scripted at all. Subtle visual cues, like freeze frames of shocked expressions or slow pans across group reactions, make these behind-the-scenes anecdotes feel cinematic and suspenseful, even without showing full interview footage. Luke Thompson adds another layer of intrigue by revealing how certain character choices were discovered on set rather than in rehearsal. He explains that some of Benedict's most nuanced emotional reactions were born from unscripted conversations or moments of trust between cast members. This gives fans a sense of magic behind the camera. The polished drama on screen is often the product of genuine, unrehearsed human interaction. Sabrina Bartlett contributes her own revelation about costume mishaps and wardrobe secrets, like how certain dresses or props created unexpected challenges or spontaneous comedy. Overlaid text punctuates her anecdotes, highlighting quotes like, "You can't imagine the chaos of sitting in a corset while trying to cry convincingly," giving the audience humor mixed with insight. Perhaps the most captivating secrets, though, are the small, personal confessions moments when cast members admit to feeling nervous, out of place, or even starstruck during pivotal scenes. These admissions create an intimate bond with fans, making the actors feel real, relatable, and unguarded. Faceless video storytelling leans into these revelations by combining narration with dynamic visuals, behind-the-scenes footage, slow-motion shots of characters in action, and captions that highlight every gasp, laugh, or whispered confession. By the end of this section, the audience isn't just watching interviews, they're discovering hidden layers of the Bridgerton world, feeling like insiders privy to secrets that make the show even more enchanting. Some lines from the Bridgerton cast interviews are so memorable that they practically become part of the show's lore, quotes that fans repeat, GIFs that circulate endlessly, and reactions that capture pure personality. Vanity Fair does more than just ask questions. It creates moments that reveal exactly why viewers are obsessed with these actors both on and off screen. Phoebe de Nevers' playful comment about trying not to trip over my own dress while keeping a regal smile instantly resonated with fans because it blends humor with relatability. You don't need to see her face to feel it, her tone, her subtle pause before bursting into laughter, and the caption overlay make it unforgettable. It's the kind of quote that sticks because it's human, honest, and unexpectedly funny. Jonathan Bailey's witty reactions also dominate this section. Known for his charm and quick humor, he often teases co-stars or responds to absurd questions with perfectly timed sarcasm. One exchange has him deadpanning about Benedict's most intense scene while the camera pans over the cast trying to stifle laughter. Faceless video storytelling brings these moments to life by layering text animations with B-roll of the cast laughing, over-the-shoulder shots, and subtle zoom-ins on gestures like hand waves, eyebrow raises, or shoulder shrugs that convey the humor without needing the actual interview footage. Fans feel as though they are right there in the room, sharing in the hilarity. Then there are those rare, almost poetic moments when a quote surprises you with depth. Luke Thompson casually remarks, "I never realized how much silence can say about a character." A line that seems simple at first, but resonates deeply with viewers who love the subtle storytelling of Bridgerton. Sabrina Bartlett adds her own charm with whimsical reflections about her character. And text captions highlight the parts that fans latch onto most: humor, clever insight, or that little quirk that makes a character unforgettable. In this section, the power of words is paired with the energy of reactions, the cast laughing at each other's mistakes, raising eyebrows at awkward questions, or pretending to swoon dramatically. Every quote becomes a moment of connection between the actors and the audience. The genius of this segment lies in its rhythm. Quick, punchy quotes are interspersed with slower, reflective reactions, creating a dynamic pace that keeps viewers hooked. Overlay graphics highlight the best lines, while B-roll of costumes, dramatic set pieces, and iconic show moments adds visual interest. Fans leave this section not just remembering the words, but feeling the personalities behind them, the teasing, the sincerity, the wit, and the spontaneity that makes the Bridgerton cast so magnetic. By the end, viewers are laughing, nodding, and mentally quoting lines themselves, carrying the charm of the cast into their own imagination. In a faceless video, this mix of text, narration, and visual storytelling makes the quotes and reactions feel alive, as if the audience is part of Vanity Fair's exclusive insider experience. Asterisk as the laughter fades and the confessions settle. What remains is the heart of Bridgerton, not the gowns, not the drama, not even the perfectly timed jokes, but the people who bring it all to life. The Vanity Fair interviews leave one thing clear: the cast isn't just performing for the cameras, they are a family, a team, and a group of friends who carry a piece of each other into every scene. The faceless video style lets this shine. Narration gently guides viewers through the essence of what makes these actors unforgettable, while B-roll of subtle gestures, hands brushing hair from a face, a shared smile, a quiet nod of understanding creates a sense of intimacy that goes beyond words. Phoebe de Nevers' bright laughter, Jonathan Bailey's dry wit, Luke Thompson's understated charm, and Sabrina Bartlett's whimsical energy all converge in these closing moments. Captions highlight their final thoughts from the interviews, reflections on friendship, resilience, and the joy of being part of a story that transcends the screen. overlaying these words with slow-motion clips of the cast walking through the grand halls of Bridgerton or sharing a quiet laugh behind the scenes turns the outro into a cinematic journey, reminding fans why they fell in love with the series in the first place. It's not just nostalgia, it's a celebration of connection, effort, and humanity. The closing narration gently emphasizes the takeaway behind every elegant scene, every dramatic glance, every heartfelt word. There is a cast that laughs, supports, and surprises each other and us every step of the way. Subtle music swells, not overpowering, but enough to give a sense of warmth and completion. Even without seeing the faces, viewers feel the personalities, the bonds, and the humor lingering in the air. The final montage weaves together snippets of laughter, reflective pauses, and tiny gestures of camaraderie, leaving the audience with the sense that they've been invited into a private, magical world. Finally, the video ends on a gentle, teasing note. Text overlays encourage fans to keep discovering. Every interview has a secret. Every laugh tells a story. How many have you caught? This final line invites engagement, giving viewers a reason to rewatch, discuss, and immerse themselves further into the Bridgerton universe. The outro balances closure with curiosity, leaving fans satisfied but still longing for the next glimpse behind the velvet curtains. In this faceless format, the combination of narration, B-roll, and text makes the audience feel intimately connected, almost as if they were in the room with the cast the whole time. Asterisk, just when you think the interviews have shared all their secrets. Vanity Fair drops subtle surprises moments, so small yet so revealing that fans instantly want to rewind. These are the hidden gems, tiny gestures, offhand comments, and subtle glances that speak volumes about the cast's real personalities. Phoebe de Never quietly reflects on her first day on set, admitting she was nervous but instantly welcomed by laughter and warmth, a moment of vulnerability that feels surprisingly relatable. Jonathan Bailey shares a brief, almost throwaway comment about how improvising a line once created an entirely new layer for Benedict, giving fans a peek at the creative collaboration that shapes the show. The beauty of this section is in the details. Text overlays highlight these hidden gems with playful animations, eyebrow raises, whispers, a stifled laugh, or an exaggerated sigh, moments that would otherwise pass unnoticed. Luke Thompson's subtle sarcasm and Sabrina Bartlett's mischievous anecdotes become little Easter eggs for the audience, rewarding careful attention and making viewers feel like insiders. B-roll of behind-the-scenes claps, walking through corridors, or adjusting costumes adds a cinematic touch, giving depth to what might seem like simple commentary. These final insights remind fans why Bridgerton resonates beyond the screen. It's not just the drama, romance, or witty banter, it's the shared humanity, the camaraderie, and the tiny unscripted moments that breathe life into every scene. The narration gently ties everything together. Every laugh, every glance, every whispered secret tells a story that the show alone could never capture. Even without faces, viewers can feel the energy, the warmth, and the real connections, leaving them with a sense of wonder and curiosity. The section closes with a subtle call to action embedded naturally in the storytelling, an invitation to rewatch interviews, notice the little details, and appreciate the cast not just as performers, but as people. The music fades with a soft, lingering note, leaving fans with the sensation of having stepped behind the velvet curtains and discovered something magical, a reminder that, in Bridgerton, every glance and every word matters, on screen and off. Asterisk, as the interviews fade and the laughter, secrets, and heartfelt moments settle, one truth stands out. The Bridgerton cast isn't just a collection of talented actors, they are a family, a community, and the beating heart behind every sparkling scene. Every joke, every flub line, every quiet reflection we've seen in these Vanity Fair interviews shows the layers behind the polished elegance of the series. In this final moment, the faceless video style shines, using slow pans across behind-the-scenes shots, glimpses of rehearsals, and subtle text overlays to highlight the essence of what makes these actors unforgettable. Phoebe de Never, Jonathan Bailey, Luke Thompson, Sabrina Bartlett, And the rest of the cast leave the audience with more than quotes, they leave a sense of connection. Text captions highlight phrases like "we laugh together," "we grow together," or "every moment on set became a memory," turning simple words into emotional takeaways. Paired with soft, swelling music, this creates a cinematic feeling, as if the audience has been invited into an exclusive, intimate world behind the velvet curtains of Bridgerton. The final narration wraps it all together, from laughter to heartfelt stories, from unexpected secrets to tiny gestures that reveal everything. The Bridgerton cast has shown us the magic behind the screen. And the best part? This is just a glimpse. There's always more to discover, more to laugh at, and more to feel. B-roll of the cast walking off set, laughing at each other, or quietly sharing a smile punctuates the narration, leaving the viewer with warmth, nostalgia, and curiosity. To close, subtle animated text encourages engagement without breaking immersion. Which moment surprised you the most? Comment below and step into the world of Bridgerton like never before.